What's up, everybody? Louie here again. I'm just gonna do a quick breakdown for Bellator 264. I don't watch Bellator all the time, but I do try to make time to watch the main cards. But it's not like I sit down and make time for every single fight, including the prelims. But there's no UFC this week, so I figured why not? I'll give it a shot. Unfortunately, there's one fight I couldn't find tape for on the main card, so I just did 4 out of 5. It is what it is. I checked everywhere, couldn't find it. I didn't see the point of breaking that fight if I can't watch tape on both guys. But I didn't put a ton of effort into it. But I did my research, watched the video. Just gonna do a quick breakdown, have some fun with it in case you guys want to watch it. So it should be fun. You got Gregor MOUSASI taking on John Sattler for the title, and two fun fighters, and should be a fun card. First fight on the main card, 185 pounds. You got Kadzi Bistiev taking on Tygwerder. Bistiev. Couldn't find a lot of tape on him, but I found he fought Phil Hawes on the Dana White Contender Series last. Quick fight. First round, eats a leg kick, and then each leg kicks, he swings broad hooks. Then he gets dropped with the counter left hook off of his right hook, and then he gets TKO'd. Not much to it. Phil Hawes, powerful guy. Couldn't find any tape on him besides that, unfortunately. And he's taking on Tygwerder. His last fight, he took on Dalton Rasta. First round, he gets hit with the counter right in the pocket, and then he gets hit with the counter uppercut as he's coming into the pocket. His knee is caught and he gets taken down with the double leg, but he gets to his feet, but he gives up that standing back position on the feet, and then he gets pulled to the mat in the rear naked choke position and ridden out for the rest of the round. Second round, he gets the leg kicked, and then he gets pressed to the fence with a double leg attempt. Then he gets taken down from there, and then Ross is able to transition to his back and gets both hooks in, but he's able to get up to his feet, but Ross is still around his back, standing. However, he's able to get the underhooks and separate for like the last 30 seconds of the round. Then in the third round, he starts pressing forward, and Ross presses back and lands combinations. And then he gets taken down with a double against the fence, and then Rossa gets full mount on him. Then he gets his back taken. He's able to reverse and get on top of Rossa for 20 seconds, but it doesn't matter. Basically, just gets taken down and dominated for the whole fight. But just saw little glimpses of being able to defend and pushing the pace a little more. Take a look at the line. Bistiev is plus 260. Tygwerder is minus 335. I don't really know a ton about either guy, to be honest. I mean, the line seems steep, but I don't know. Bistiev, he's like 6'6". And he looks like an easy target. I mean, he just got knocked the hell out. I know Phil Hawes is a powerful guy, but Bistiev's footwork just didn't look good to me at all. And then, at least Tygwerder's been in there with good guys. And Bistiev has fought at a high-level competition, but I think Werder's going to be able to press him, and, I don't think Bistiev's going to be able to take him down. I don't like the line, but I got a feeling about Werder. My pick here is Tygwerder. Fight on the main card, 135 bantamweight, Magomedov taking on Raufeon Stots. Magomed, his last fight, he took on CJ Hamilton. First round, he's able to catch a kick, and then he gets the guillotine on the feet. Doesn't get it, but just uses it to set up. He uses the body lock trip whenever CJ tries to clinch him. Then he gets a high single, but CJ is able to scramble out of it and doesn't get a takedown. Then back on the feet, he misses the left hook, and then he gets hit with the elbow, but he's able to clinch CJ to the fence, and then he gets a single leg bow step takedown into half guard. Then he's able to get back control with both hooks in, and then he lands consistent ground and pound throughout, which I liked. Doesn't just go for the rear naked choke. Beats him up and scores points in the minds of the judges. In the second round, he gets a single leg, and then he gets out of the guillotine attempt, and he's able to land ground and pound. He's able to get in the backpack position and gets the rear naked choke on the feet, and then he's able to pull it down onto the mat and finish it and gets a submission there. Really good work from him. Then Raufeon Stots, last fight he took on Josh Hill. In the first round, he presses forward, lands leg kicks and a body kick, but he gets countered with the right hook. But he lands combinations on the fence, and then he gets back control with the left leg ride, and he gets the figure 4. Then the second round, he presses forward, lands combinations. He eats a straight right, however, as he's stalking forward, but then he lands another straight left. Then the third round, he presses forward to the fence, and he lands leg kicks, but he gets hit with the counter right hook off of his jab, but he stuffs a double and lands a knee to the body off of his shot, off of Josh's shot, and then he gets a double off of Hill's right hook. He's able to duck on and get the takedown and rides him off for the rest of the round. Raufeon Stots plus 330, Magomed minus 435. Everybody compares everybody to Khabib, but Magomed is like a Khabib. He's gonna pressure forward and he's gonna get that takedown eventually. And you know, Rafael Sanchez is a good fighter and he might be able to crack Magomed a couple times, but there's nothing that tells me he has any serious power to hurt Magomed. I think Magomed is just gonna press forward and get that takedown eventually, or at the very least press him to the fence and neutralize him and just beat him up and just win all 3 rounds with control. My pick here is Magomedov. 170 pounds, Andrei Koreshkov taking on Saba Hamasi. Koreshkov, he took on Lorenz Larkin his last fight. In the first round, he gets taken down with the body lock, but he gets right back up and he clinches on the fence, and he's able to drop Larkin with a spinning back kick to the head, but then he gets rocked himself with a left hook as he's rushing forward. In the second round, Larkin gets around the back against the fence, but Andrei is able to clinch him up against the fence, and then he lands an overhand right as Larkin presses forward. He hits a flurry against the fence, but he's able to circle out. He lands a left hook to the body, and then a right elbow to the head on Larkin. And then, however, he hits a left hook, and then knees to the head, and then he gets dropped. But he hits a ground and pound flurry, but he's able, and then he gets teed off on once he gets back to the feet at the end of the round. But then in the third round, he comes forward, he pumps his jab. He's able to get the single leg takedown, but he gets put in a deep guillotine, but he's able to get out of it and get on top position. But then Larkin's able to get to his feet, but Andrei presses him to the fence and gets around his back, and then he's able to get Larkin down with the single leg to end the round. Close fight, but Larkin got the split decision. You know, Koreshkov looked really good the first round, and then you know, got beat up the second round, then came back, had a decent third round. And then Saba Hamasi, his last fight he took on Paul Daly. In the first round, he lands a head kick at range, and he rocks him with the overhand right, and then lands a flurry. And then he drops him with the flying knee, and then a right hook. He lands ground and pound in the full guard. Then he rushes and lands a left to the body, back on the feet. However, his kick is caught, and he gets pushed back. And then Daly lands knees to his head against the fence, and then lands combinations on him. And then the second round, he lands an uppercut, but he gets dropped with the right hand from Daly. And then he gets back on the feet, he gets backed up with a jab, and then he gets dropped with a left hook to the body after throwing kicks, and then he gets TKO'd by Daly. So again, you know, Hamasi had a really good first round, but then Daly was able to find his range and start landing on him, and just showed how much more power he had than Hamasi. Saba Hamasi plus 300, Koreshkov minus 400. You know, Hamasi doesn't look too durable, and I hate the price, but you know, Bellator's a little different. You know, I don't see Hamasi doing anything. Paul Daly made quick work of him. My pick here is Koreshkov. In event, 185 pounds, middleweight. For the title, we got Gregor MOUSASI taking on John Salter. MOUSASI's last fight took on Lima. Lima moving up from 170 pounds for a super fight. First round of that fight, MOUSASI's able to press, gets a double against the fence, and then he gets around the back of gets around the back of Lima. Standing, and then he's able to get the hooks in when they're standing, but then they transition and he gets in a full guard on the ground. Then second round, not too much action. He presses toward the fence. He goes for the double to the clinch up against the fence and just controls the fence. Third round, presses forward, pumps his jab, lands leg kicks. He presses, but he gets hit with a combination and a leg kick from Lima. But he's able to pick his shots and land a straight right and kicks to the body on Lima. In the fourth round, he shoots a high single on the fence, but he gets around the back and he gets a back control, and then they get onto the mat, and he comes back on the feet. He comes forward. He gets hit with the 1-2 and a leg kick by Lima. And then the fifth round, he stands at range and eats jabs, and Lima's able to give him the back up. But then he catches a kick and gets a takedown to side control to end the fight. You know, that fight, you know, MOUSASI, not a ton of action, but he did just enough. He usually just pressured forward, and Lima didn't have an answer for it, and just used all that pressure against the fence and was able to get the takedown occasionally, and just stayed disciplined and picked his shots against the fence and landed. Hit really good accuracy. Then John Salter, his last fight, he took on Andrew Capel. In the first round, he gets a quick high single, but Capel is able to get up really quick, and then he gets another high single to full guard, and then half guard, and then transitions to mount. That's one thing I noticed about him. He's always looking for the full mount, always transitions on the mat, looking to just prove his position. So that's really helpful. And then he gets reversed, but he leg sweeps and he gets back to the top position. Then the second round, he's at range, he eats a head kick, but then he shoots a high single from space on the fence, and then he gets half guard, and then he's able to get the full mount on the mat, and he sets up an arm triangle and is able to land a ground and pound. That's what he's doing, not doing a ton of activity on the ground, but he's looking for the arm triangle and maintains position all the time. Then the third round, he gets a high single takedown off of Keppel's jab, and he gets into half guard, and then the full mount, and he gets the arm triangle submission from full mount eventually. You know, didn't even have to go out to the side, just keep working on him, just tired Keppel out, and, you know, had a strong squeeze, was able to get it from the full mount position. Taking a look at the odds, Salter's plus 330, MOUSASI's minus 435, and, you know, I really don't know, to be honest. You know, there's a trend that some of these champions for a long time, they've just been getting taken out by the newer, fresher guys in Bellator. However, I don't think age has too much to do with it, but, you know, Salter's not a new young killer. He's 36. I believe MOUSASI's around the same age, maybe a couple years younger. You know, I don't like the price, but, you know, I don't think MOUSASI's going to get beaten. So I just think MOUSASI's going to stay disciplined, and he's going to be able to outwork him and might get taken down or just be able to press him to the fence. I don't think Salter will be able to take him down. Or if he does, MOUSASI will be able to get right back up. My pick here is Gregor MOUSASI.